Taguchi Orthogonal Fractional Factorial Arrays, Setup and Analysis of Taguchi Test Matrices. In the previous lesson, we compared full factorial experiments to fractional factorial experiments, where P is the number of parameters to be tested, L is the number of levels to be tested for each parameter, and N is the required number of tests or runs in a test array or matrix. For a full factorial array, N is L to the P. Here we discuss a family of fractional factorial experimental test arrays called Taguchi arrays or Taguchi test matrices. These are a type of orthogonal array optimized for experimental analyses. An optimized Taguchi array follows two rules. Each level of each parameter appears the same number of times, and repetitions of parameter level combinations are minimized. Consider the example from the previous lesson with P equal 3 and L equal 2 requiring 8 runs for a full factorial analysis. Here we compare that to the Taguchi array, which requires only 4. The number of runs was reduced by a factor of 2. Both of the above rules are easily verified for this simple case. A1 appears twice, A2 appears twice, C1 appears twice, B2 appears twice, etc. Now consider the case with P equal 3 and we'll keep L at 3. The full factorial array would require 27 runs, but the Taguchi array requires only 9 runs. The number of runs was reduced by a factor of 3. Taguchi must have been a smart dude, man. He sure was, Joe. He sure was. Let's check our rules. Each level appears the same number of times, namely 3. Level 1 of A appears 3 times, level 2 of A, and level 3 of A. Level 1 of B appears 3 times, level 1 of C, level 3 of C, etc. You can verify the rest. Number 2, repetitions are minimized. For example, B1 and C1 appear only once. You won't find this combination in any of the other rows. Similarly, A3 and B2 appear only once, and A2 with C3 appears only once. You can verify all other possible combinations yourself. This is indeed a valid Taguchi array. To analyze the effect of parameters on the result x, we calculate level averages. For example, level 1 of A1 is the average of these 3, x1, x2, and x3, as we see here. Now consider level 2 of parameter C. We see 3 of them. Here's a 2, x2, x4, and x9. So we make our level average with those 3 values. We carefully create the rest of them, and I show all 9 level averages here. Again, you can verify these yourself. Once we have these level averages, we use trend plots to see the effect of the parameters on x. Consider a more complicated case with 5 parameters, A, B, C, D, and E, but we'll still have 3 levels. With L equal 3, there are 5 possibilities. X increases as the parameter increases, as you see, for example, for parameter A. X is not affected by the parameter, as you see here for parameter B. X has a maximum in the middle, as in parameter C. X decreases with the parameter, that's what happens with D. And finally, there's a minimum at the middle level, for example, parameter E. Therefore, to maximize x, we would use level A3, since x increases with A, level C2, since x has a maximum in the middle, level D1, since x decreases with D, and for E, we'd use either E1 or E3, since they're about the same level. We would pick the one that costs less if there's any difference. Level B was flat, so it doesn't matter which one we choose, unless one of the options is less expensive, so we base this on cost. By the way, we get all these results from 18 experimental runs. Shown here are those 18 runs for an orthogonal Taguchi array, for P equal 5 and L equal 3, and we test each level of each parameter 6 times. So the level averages use 6 values of x for each level of each parameter. I use level 3 of D as an example. You see that it appears 6 times at x3, x5, etc. So the level average is calculated based on those 6 values. But sir, I see some repetitions. For example, row 3 has a D3 and an E3, and row 5 has the same thing. That's a repetition. Great observation, Dud. Yes, here's a 3-3, and here's a 3-3. But remember, our rule 2 does not say no repetitions, but to minimize the repetitions. For example, there's also a 2-2 and another 2-2, but you won't find any D2, E2 values again in any other row. You can see this with any two levels of two parameters. For example, A1 and C1 appears again down here, but nowhere else in the array. So each one of these repetitions appears twice. So our rule is satisfied. Thank you, sir. You're encouraged to pause here and verify that the Taguchi rules are all satisfied. In summary, Taguchi arrays are optimized to require a minimum number of experimental runs while still yielding the correct trends. There's two rules for Taguchi arrays. Each level of each parameter appears the same number of times, and repetitions of parameter level combinations are minimized. Again, that's not to say there can't be some repetitions, but we do it consistently across the whole array. After the experiment, level averages are constructed for each level of each parameter. Trend plots then reveal the level of each parameter that optimizes x. We typically do maximum, but you can do the same thing with minimum x. For a case in which the trend plot is flat, we choose that parameter on the basis of cost. In the next lesson, I'll show even more Taguchi arrays. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. 1, 2, 3. That's all there is to it.